Hello friends, my name's TheRealEmile. Now some partnerships in the automotive world just don't work out. Just take a look at the Alfa Romeo Arna, a collaboration between Nissan and Alfa which resulted in one of the worst cars ever made. This was a car that had Alfa Sud electrics but came with the body of a Nissan Cherry. Not a good car. However, some work very well indeed, and one of these happy partnerships is between Aston Martin and Italian coach builder Zagato. When they first came together to produce the DB4 Zagato, it was one of the most beautiful cars ever made. Ever since, Zagato has been working with Aston Martin to produce some very exclusive and unique cars. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of the collaboration, Aston Martin created this, the V12 Zagato. The V12 is based off of the V12 Vantage and uses the same 510 horsepower, 6-litre V12 from that car. And while it could just be a one-off concept cars, huge interest sparked Aston to sell 150 road-going versions of this car for customers, as well as building two to go racing with a green car called Zig, and a red one called Zigzag. Pretty cool name. Anyway, although not the most successful race cars, they were certainly one of the most interesting on the track. For me personally, I can't really make my mind up on this car. From some angles, it looks pretty damn good, and from others, odd. Anyways, I figured because it's unique, it should get a go at our test track. Now, this is a mid-A class car. A650 is the PI on this car, so we're not expecting huge things from this car, but we are expecting it to be up there in, I don't know, 20s. Anyway, Aston Martin V12 Zagato, as I just said, 509 horsepower, maybe it's one less than I said, and this car weighs 3,197 pounds. Now, despite the fact this car looks like a race car, from what I can find on the internet, this is actually the concept car they showed off, which means technically this is road legal. It doesn't run race tyres, it isn't a race car, therefore it can go around our track. Now, the V12 Zagato is actually lovely to drive. You barely get this car sideways. The tail does come out if you make an awkward gear change or something, but that happens on even the most grippy of cars. The Zagato only really has one main issue, and that's understeer. This car understeers like just lots. That's the only way I can think of describing this. It's just got so much understeer. You have to be a little bit slower through the corners to account for that. You know, especially on the second corner on this track, I was having real issues with actually getting the car stopped and turned in, so yeah. But other than that, this car is fantastic. If you can tune the understeer out of this thing, this would be an exceptional race car. But with the understeer, meh, it's pretty good though. Anyway, the Aston Martin V12 Zagato goes into 19th with a 118.397. That beats a Ford RS200 Evolution, KTM Crossbow, Ferrari 430 Scuderia, Lexus LFA. That's a pretty respectable time. Not quite as fast as a Nissan GTR or an Audi R8. But the V12 Zagato, yeah, pretty good car. I do recommend trying it out, although it is a bit on the expensive side. I believe this thing costs over 500,000 credits. Anyway, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Vote down below in the straw polls below on which car you'd like to see next in an individual episode. And that's all from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been TheRealEmile. Until next time, farewell.